Good morning. Good morning to all. Welcome to Digital Classroom. I am here to discuss some AWP topics through Digital Classroom. Actually, in classroom, we complete 3.5 units, remaining half unit in fourth unit completed after fifth unit. So, first we start from unit 5. First up, we start from unit 5, which is wave propagation. So first, what is meant by wave? First of all, what is meant by wave? Wave is a physical time varying quantity that carries some energy. That means a wave is time varying quantity. Similarly, similar to sine wave. Sine wave is also time varying quantity. Wave also time varying quantity, but it carries some energy is called wave. It carries some energy is called wave. For example, consider EM wave. EM wave means the wave which carries electromagnetic energy is called EM wave. Wave means a physical time varying quantity which carries some energy is called wave. Consider, for example, EM wave means a wave which carries electromagnetic energy in that wave is called EM wave. Next, what is meant by propagation? Next, what is meant by propagation? Propagation means, for example, consider one transmitter and one receiver. Transmitter having transmitting antenna and receiver having receiver antenna. Transmitter having transmitting antenna and receiver having receiving antenna. What is meant by antenna? Antenna is used to convert electrical energy into EM wave. Antenna is used to convert electrical energy into EM wave. So output of antenna consists of series of electromagnetic waves. That means it having output consists of electromagnetic waves. Series of and a group of electromagnetic waves is called radiation. So output of antenna consists of group of EM waves. That means it is called radiation. So the radiation obtained at the transmitter antenna must be traveled to receiver antenna. This traveling phenomenon is called propagation. The wave traveled from transmitter to receiver is called propagation. అంటే ట్రాన్స్మిటర్ నుంచి వేవ్ అనేది జనరేట్ అయిన ఈఎం వేవ్ అనేది రిసీవర్కి వెళ్ళే ఫినామినాని మనం ఏమంటామంటే ప్రాపగేషన్ అంటాం. ఓకేనా? కాబట్టి వేవ్ ప్రాపగేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి? వేవ్ అంటే ఏంటి? వేవ్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ విచ్ క్యారీస్ సమ్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ వేవ్. EM waves which is generated from transmitter antenna must be traveled to receiver antenna. This traveling phenomenon is called propagation. This propagation mainly depends on wave parameters. That means from transmitter to receiver EM wave is traveled. This wave propagation is mainly depends on wave properties. Wave properties means wave parameters or wave properties. Wave properties means like wave time period, wave amplitude. So mainly wave propagation depends on wave properties like wave time and wave amplitude, but it also depends on environment through which the EM wave traveled from transmitter to receiver. దట్ మీన్స్ ఈ ట్రాన్స్మిటర్ నుంచి రిసీవర్ మధ్యలో ఏదైతే ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఉందో ఆ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ మీద కూడా ఈ ఈఎం వేవ్ ప్రాపగేషన్ అనేది డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఈ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ అనేది మనకు చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, we consider normal environment. In normal environment there are so many obstacles. Obstacle means any physical quantity which reflects the wave is called obstacles, like buildings, like humans. These are called obstacles. Due to these obstacles the wave is reflected to transmitter again. So environment consists obstacles or different mediums like water and air. So we analyze these parameters is called wave propagation. Normally we consider free space. Free space means it does not contain any obstacles, or does not contains any gravitational force. So in free space the wave propagation is easy, but in normal environment the wave propagation is difficult compared to free space. So in this unit we discuss about different modes of transmissions between transmitter and receiver, like ground wave propagation, sky wave propagation, space wave propagation, ground reflector propagation. So we discuss different propagations in unit 5, that is in wave propagation. Next we have to discuss some important properties of radio waves. We already discussed in last subject in EMTL only some important properties of radio waves. Some important properties of radio waves mainly are reflection, next one transmission, third one refraction, fourth one diffraction, fifth one interference. These five properties are important in radio waves. First property is reflection, second property is transmission, third property is refraction, fourth property is diffraction, fifth property is interference. First we start to discuss reflection. First we start discussing reflection. What is meant by reflection? For example, consider two mediums. Consider two mediums. This one is medium 1, this one is medium 2. When the wave is traveled from medium 1 to medium 2, total energy of the wave not travel to medium 2. Some energy is reflected back to medium 1. All energy not passes through medium 2 passes to medium 2. Some energy is reflected back to medium 1. This wave is called reflected wave. This reflected wave is represented with reflection coefficient rho. Rho means for example, we consider electric field intensity. Reflection electric field intensity divided by incident electric field intensity is called reflection కోషెంట్. అంటే ఒక వేవ్ అనేది టూ మీడియంస్ కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటే మీడియం 1 మీడియం 2, వేవ్ అనేది మీడియం 1 నుంచి మీడియం 2కి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు టోటల్ వేవ్ అనేది మనకి మీడియం 2లోకి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అవ్వదు, కొంత అనేది ఏమవుతుంది మళ్ళీ అగైన్ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ బ్యాక్ టు మీడియం 1. దిస్ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ వేవ్ ఈజ్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ విత్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ కోషెంట్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఈఆర్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ కోషెంట్ రో ఈక్వల్ టు ఈఆర్ బై ఈఐ. దట్ మీన్స్ ఈ ఇన్సిడెంట్ వేవ్ మొత్తంలో ఎంతైతే రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయిందో దాన్ని మనం రిఫ్లెక్షన్ కోషెంట్ అంటాం. ఓకేనా, కాబట్టి ఇది రిఫ్లెక్షన్ అంటే when the EM wave strikes the boundary of two mediums, the part of incident power does not flow into medium 2. అంటే కొంత పార్ట్ అనేది ఏమవుతుంది మీడియం 2లోకి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అవ్వదు, అదేమవుతుంది అగైన్ reflected back to medium 1. Then EM wave turns back is called reflection. Again, one property in reflection, consider medium 1 medium 2. When total energy is transmitted from medium 1 is reflected back to medium 2, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే మనం ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేసామో అదంతా రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయింది అనుకోండి. At that time the velocity of transmitted wave is equal to రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ వేవ్. అంటే టోటల్గా మనం ఏదైతే ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేసామో అదంతా రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయితే అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, మనం ఏదైతే ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేసిన వేవ్ యొక్క వెలాసిటీ ఉందో అదేమవుతుంది రిఫ్లెక్ట్ చేసిన వెలాసిటీకి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది. అలాగే ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ యాంగిల్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు రిఫ్లెక్షన్ యాంగిల్, ఇన్సిడెంట్ యాంగిల్. దట్ మీన్స్ థీటా ఐ ఈక్వల్ టు థీటా ఆర్. అంటే ఇన్సిడెంట్ యాంగిల్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు reflect angle. ఈ phenomenon ఎప్పుడు when total energy incident from the medium 1 is reflected back to medium 1 only, then the velocity of incident wave is equal to velocity of reflected wave. At the same time, incident angle theta I is equal to reflected angle theta r.